Greetings, my dear friends. Today I want to talk about a phenomenon that thousands of people have seen, but that still has no clear scientific explanation. About a phenomenon that appears from nowhere and disappears into nowhere. It frightens, mesmerizes, and can end life. About ball lightning. This is Dreamweaver Mystics, as always, and let me say right away, everything you are about to hear is only my thoughts and guesses. I do not claim to know the truth. I simply collect stories, compare them, and wonder. What is ball lightning? Scientists have been unable to answer this question for 200 years. They know that ordinary lightning is an electrical discharge between a cloud and the ground, a stream of electrons ionizing the air. Temperature up to 30,000 degrees Fahrenheit, speed up to 62,000 miles per second. Everything measurable, everything predictable. Ball lightning is not. It appears during thunderstorms, but not always. Sometimes in clear weather. It can appear in a closed room, in an airplane, in a submarine. It does not obey the rules. Witnesses describe a glowing sphere ranging from a few centimeters to several meters in diameter. It can be white, yellow, orange, red, blue, green. It can hover motionless, float, move horizontally or vertically, follow people. It can pass through glass without breaking it. It can explode with a thunderclap, or it can disappear silently. It can leave a smell of sulfur or ozone. It can burn, can end a life, or can pass within a centimeter of a face and cause no harm at all. But there are accounts that make us think about even stranger behavior. People have seen not one but several ball lightning bolts at the same time. They appeared together, moved in sync, sometimes forming formations. Do they gather in flocks? That word is frightening. A flock implies intelligence. A flock implies interaction. A flock implies a purpose. In 1978, a farmer in Missouri watched 7 ball lightning bolts hovering over his field. They formed a circle. They rotated slowly. Then, one by one, they flew away toward the forest. They did not explode. They did not vanish. They flew away, like birds, like a flock. In 1995, Russian fishermen on Lake Onega saw 5 ball lightning bolts. They moved in a chain, one after another, at equal distances from each other. When they reached the shore, they rose up and dissolved into the clouds, not into the air, into the clouds, as if returning to where they came from. In 2003, in Australia, a family taking shelter from a storm in their car witnessed a swarm of 12 ball lightning bolts. They surrounded the vehicle. They pulsed. They changed color from yellow to blue. After a few minutes, they retreated and flew away toward the ocean. The children were crying. The adults were praying. The car would not start for another half hour. Then it started, as if nothing had happened. If ball lightning bolts gather in flocks, then they are capable of interaction. That means they are not just random plasma clots. That means there is a connection between them. Perhaps they communicate? In what language do ball lightning bolts speak? Perhaps they change color, pulse, move in sync. That is their language, and we simply do not know how to read it. I have thought about this for a long time, in silence, in darkness. What if ball lightning is not a physical phenomenon? What if it is a conduit, a door, an eye of something that watches us? And when there are several of them, they are no longer just eyes. They are a swarm, a hive, a mind composed of many bodies. In the insect world, there is the concept of swarm intelligence. A single bee is simple, but a swarm of bees can make decisions, find the best location for a new hive, defend itself against predators. Perhaps ball lightning bolts are such a swarm, not of insects, but of plasma, and they have their own collective mind. Have you noticed that ball lightning often appears near people? It follows them, like a dog, like a shadow, like a spy. And when there are several of them, they can surround a person, as if studying, as if investigating. In the late 19th century, a farmer in Texas chased a ball lightning that circled his house. He ran out with a gun. He shot. The ball exploded. The farmer was thrown back by the blast wave. He survived. But after that, he was afraid of thunderstorms until the end of his life. But if there had been several of them, what would they have done? Perhaps they would have defended the one he shot at? Perhaps they form a group where each is responsible for the others. In 2012, Chinese scientists recorded ball lightning with a spectrometer. They caught it in the mountains of Tibet. Analysis showed the presence of silicon, iron, and calcium. This supported the theory of ground evaporation, but it did not explain why a ball could fly over the sea, where there is no ground. And it did not explain why they sometimes appear in swarms. What evaporates over the sea? Water? But analysis did not show hydrogen. What if ball lightning is not lightning at all? What if it is a living creature, a plasmoid, a form of life based not on carbon but on pure energy? It does not breathe, does not eat, does not reproduce in our understanding. But it moves, it chooses, it reacts, and when there are many of them, they coordinate. In the 1970s, Soviet physicist Pyotr Kapitsa proposed the theory of high-frequency oscillations. According to it, ball lightning is a plasma clot maintained by the electromagnetic field of a lightning discharge. But the field of a lightning discharge lasts a fraction of a second. Yet ball lightning can live for minutes, sometimes hours. And a flock of ball lightning can stay together even longer. The theory did not hold up. In the 1990s, scientists from Australia proposed the theory of a chemical reaction. Allegedly, when lightning strikes the ground, silicon evaporates, then oxidizes in the air, forming a glowing aerosol. Experiments showed that such aerosols can glow, but they cannot pass through glass. They cannot move against the wind. They cannot follow people. They cannot gather in swarms and move in sync. A partial theory. In the 2000s, the theory of optical illusion appeared. Allegedly, ball lightning is simply the after effect of a bright flash that leaves a mark on the retina. But then, why do several people see the same ball from different angles? Why do cameras and radars detect a swarm of ball lightning bolts? Why do spectrometers show the actual presence of matter? In the 2010s, scientists from New Zealand suggested that ball lightning is a miniature black hole, a particle of dark matter that accidentally entered the atmosphere. Black holes of that size should evaporate instantly, but some models allow their existence. Exotic, but unproven. And how then to explain a swarm of miniature black holes moving in sync? What if ball lightning is a product of intelligence, not human, other? Perhaps it is a tool. Someone controls it, from afar or from within. And when there are many such tools, they work as a single system, like robots, like soldiers, like servants. In the 1950s, American scientist Charles Boyes conducted hundreds of experiments with electrical discharges in the laboratory. He obtained glowing spheres resembling ball lightning, but they lived for fractions of a second, and they never appeared in groups. He could not explain why real ball lightning lives longer and gathers in swarms. Perhaps in laboratory conditions, something present in nature is missing, some unknown energy or consciousness. I read the report of Russian scientist Mikhail Dmitriev. He devoted 40 years to studying ball lightning. He collected over 2,000 testimonies. He classified them by shape, color, behavior. He found patterns, but he could not explain them. At the end of his life, he said, "We are looking for physics where there may be none." Perhaps this phenomenon is of a different order. Perhaps these spheres are intelligent. The most terrifying account I know occurred in 2018 in Argentina. A storm caught a family in their car on an empty road, parents, 2 children. Suddenly, a ball lightning flew into the cabin, the size of a soccer ball, yellow. It slowly floated between the children. It hovered over the steering wheel. Then it descended onto the father's lap, and it exploded. The father died instantly. The mother and children suffered severe burns. They survived, but they never got into a car again. Why did it choose the father? Why did it not touch the children? Scientists would say, chance, statistics. But statistics do not explain why ball lightning often chooses one victim from a group, why it passes by some and ends others. This looks like intelligence, like choice. And if there had been several of them, what would they have done? Would they have killed everyone? Or would they have spared them? In 2002 in China, ball lightning flew into a village house. It passed through the kitchen, entered the old woman's bedroom. It hovered over her bed. The old woman covered her face with her hands in terror. The ball exploded. The old woman went blind, but she survived. Her grandson, sleeping in the same room, was unharmed. Not a scratch. The ball passed over him, but did not touch him. Why? Perhaps it could distinguish between people. Perhaps it made a choice. Perhaps ball lightning reacts to fear, to body chemistry, to the electromagnetic field of a person. Each of us has our own field. It changes depending on emotions. Fear amplifies it. Perhaps the ball is attracted to fear, like a moth to a flame. And when there are several balls, they can distribute targets. One distracts, another attacks, a third observes. In 1975, in the United States, scientists conducted an experiment. They created conditions similar to a thunderstorm in a laboratory and tried to generate ball lightning. Nothing worked. But when a lab assistant who was afraid of electricity entered the room, a ball appeared, right above his head. The lab assistant fainted. The ball disappeared. The experiment was repeated several times. Each time, the ball appeared when a frightened person was in the room, and did not appear when he was absent. And when there were several frightened people, the number of balls increased. They appeared in proportion to the number of frightened individuals. Coincidence? Or a pattern? I am not claiming that fear generates ball lightning, but perhaps it attracts them, like a beacon, like a signal. And when there are many signals, a flock arrives. Ball lightning is a mystery that torments science, but it also torments human consciousness. We fear what we do not understand, and we do not understand ball lightning. It is a reminder that the world is not as simple as we would like. There are things in it that do not fit into formulas, that laugh at our theories, that appear when we least expect them and disappear when we try to study them. And sometimes they appear in groups, as if they are coming for something, or for someone. In 2016, an international group of scientists launched a project for global monitoring of ball lightning. They installed dozens of cameras in thunderstorm regions. They hope to capture the phenomenon in all its detail. Over 4 years, they obtained thousands of hours of video, and not a single clear recording of a single ball lightning, let alone a swarm. Ball lightning avoids cameras, as if it knows it is being watched, as if it does not want to be solved. And a swarm, that is no longer avoidance, that is strategy. They spread out to make it harder to film. What if ball lightning is not a natural phenomenon? What if it is a message? From whom? From those who live in other dimensions? From those who watch us? From ourselves, from the future? A sign we cannot read. And a swarm is already a whole message, a group of signs, a sentence. In esoteric literature, ball lightning is sometimes associated with spirits, ghosts, shamanic entities. In Japanese culture, they are called hitodama, the souls of the departed that fly out of bodies. In Chinese, dragonfire. In European legends, will-o'-the-wisps that lure travelers into swamps. And where these lights appear in groups, they are called dancing lights or King Arthur's lights. Perhaps there is truth in these beliefs. Perhaps our ancestors knew more than we do, and knew that balls gather in swarms. I do not know what ball lightning is. No one knows. But I know it frightens. It can end life. It mesmerizes. It appears when we least expect it, and it disappears, leaving behind a smell of sulfur, a hole in the wall, and questions without answers. And sometimes it does not come alone. Sometimes there are many of them, and then there are even more questions. I sat during a thunderstorm by an open window. I watched the sky. I waited. I wanted to see it. I wanted to ask, what are you? Where do you come from? What do you want? Why do so many of you sometimes come? It did not come. Perhaps it is afraid of questions, or perhaps I am not frightened enough, or not calm enough, or I am alone, and it is waiting for a flock to gather. I do not know. Sometimes I think ball lightning is not a phenomenon. It is a witness. It watches us, records, transmits information back to where it came from, and we are the subjects. And the ball is a sensor, a camera, an eye. And when there are many sensors, they see more. They create a three-dimensional picture. They track every movement. In 1984, in the USSR, an incident occurred on a military base. Ball lightning flew into a hangar with helicopters. It circled all the machines, hovered over each for a few seconds, and flew out. After that, strange marks appeared on the helicopter fuselages, burned circles with perfect geometry. Not simple plasma, not chance. Someone or something left a mark, a warning, or a tag. But if there had been several of them, they could have left not just marks, but an entire map. Scientists examined the marks. No radioactive background, no traces of chemical reactions, only molten metal frozen in a spiral. A spiral, an ancient symbol of life, movement, evolution. Coincidence? Or a message? And if there had been several marks, they could have formed a word. In 2000 in India, ball lightning flew into a temple during a service. It floated over the heads of the worshippers and stopped in front of a statue of the deity. Then it rose up and disappeared into the dome. No one was harmed. The priest said the gods had accepted the offering. Scientists said it was a coincidence, but the worshippers still come to that temple on the anniversary of the event and wait again. And they believe that one day not one lightning will come, but many, and that will be a sign. I do not know what to believe. I do not know if there is a connection between ball lightning and spirits, but I know that the world is wider than our perceptions, and something in it does not yield to our instruments. It slips through our fingers, it smiles, and it disappears. And sometimes it comes in groups. Then it does not slip, it advances. Perhaps ball lightning is not us, it is them, those who live on the other side. Sometimes they glance over at us to check how we are doing, or to remind us that we are not alone. And when there are many of them, they do not just glance, they come. And that is all for today. This was Dreamweaver Mystics. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I read the comments. And write, have you ever seen ball lightning? Or perhaps you have seen several at once. Are you afraid of thunderstorms? Do you believe that intelligence lies behind this phenomenon? I read everything. And remember, the next time lightning flashes, look more closely. Perhaps you will see not only light, perhaps you will see eyes, many eyes, looking at you. Until next time.